Welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be looking at another product from those magicians at Heil Radio, and it is this, the flagship of all headsets, the Heil Pro7. And yeah, going to have a really good in-depth look and see what this is all about. So, as well as a range of industry-leading studio microphones like the PR781 that I did a video on recently, Heil also do a range of exceptional headsets. And for transparency, I have to say this, Heil have sent me this headset free of charge for the purposes of this deep dive look at the Pro7. Of course, all of my opinions are my own, and they're not influenced by Heil in any way, shape or form. But we have to do the usual YouTube thing of having a look at what's inside the box, so let's do that before we go any further. So as with all Heil products, the Pro7 comes in a nicely presented eco-friendly box. Once we open the box, we see inside the mandatory Heil sticker, which everybody seems to covet these days, and also a leaflet which contains all of the information that you need to know about your Pro7 headset. As we get the headset itself out, you can see it's fitted with some foam earpads, and it's also supplied with some gel earpads. I've used the foam earpads at the moment, and I'm sure the gel pads are the same. I'm a glasses wearer. It creates a good seal around the ear without putting too much pressure on your glasses and making them dig into your head, something I found very, very comfortable to wear. Also supplied are some cotton covers. You can put these over the earpads. That's just to, if you get hot, sweaty ears, if you're using these for a long, long time, that can help with that, with the cooling, and also for hygiene reasons as well. Heil have nicely supplied both a straight lead and also a coiled lead to attach to the headset. At one end you will have the proprietary connection which plugs into the headset itself, and on the other end you see it's got a TS and TRS 3.5mm jack. I'll explain what these do a little bit further on, but yep, they're at that end, and it's the same for both leads. One's just a coiled lead and one is a straight lead, the straight lead obviously being a lot longer. Another great thing that's included in the box is a soft touch push to talk switch with a rotating clip on the back. Obviously headsets don't have the push to talk that you would get with a hand mic, so you need a separate way of activating the PTT ready for your transmissions, and I'll show you how that connects as well a little bit further on. And finally, a 3.5mm to 1/4 inch TRS adapter, or basically a stereo headphone adapter. This is just depending whether or not your particular radio has a 3.5mm socket or a 1/4 inch socket for the headphones. So when ordering your Heil headset, your Pro7, you will need to also order at the same time the appropriate adapter cable so you can connect it to your radio. Now, it's dead easy. You go to heilhamradio.com, go to their adapter finder tool, type in the headset, your radio, and it'll tell you which adapter you'll need. For me, it was the AD1YM. You can see it's got a modular connection on one end. That is the connection part that goes into the microphone socket on the radio, and there are two other sockets as well on the other end of that adapter, and I'll just show you how they connect just for the sake of it. So when you get your coiled lead or straight lead, it doesn't matter, its connections are both the same. You will see that we have two 3.5mm jack plugs. You can see one is a mono TS type and the other is a stereo TRS type. The TRS, the stereo socket, goes into the headphone socket of your radio, and that's why you've been provided with a 3.5mm to 1/4 inch adapter, just in case your particular radio has a 1/4 inch headphone socket. So let's put that into the headphone socket, clattering around as usual. That leaves you with the TS or mono connector. Now that will go into the smaller 3.5mm socket of your adapter. That's for your microphone, and then you're left with this, which is the larger 1/4 inch socket. Now that 1/4 inch socket is for your handy dandy push to talk hand switch that Heil have kindly supplied for you. It's got a 1/4 inch TS plug on it, which goes straight into there. So we have the mono lead connected to here, we have the push to talk connected to here, and we have the other end of the lead, that stereo TRS connection goes to the headphone socket of the transceiver. Dead easy. So for the comfort and fit side of things, that's also nice and easy. You can see at the top of the headset we have a nice segmented foam pad which sits on top of your head. To adjust the grip, how much it's actually pressing on your head, you simply get hold of the nice robust stainless steel band that's in there and bend it inwards if you want it tighter, and bend it outwards if you want it a little bit looser. Really easy to do. In terms of the height of the earphones as they sit on your head, there's just two thumb screws, one on each side, and you can unscrew those and adjust the height of the actual earphones from the headband. Again, really easy to do. Once you've got it set, you probably never have to adjust it again. When you order your Pro7 headset, you will be presented with a choice of two microphone elements. There is the dynamic microphone element for your Kenwoods, your Yaesus, and also the ICOM IC element is your other option. Just make sure you get the right one for your radio. Both the IC element and the dynamic element have got excellent frequency responses. I think the dynamic is 100 Hz to 12 kHz. I think the IC element slightly broader, 35 Hz to 12 kHz. They're great, really good, and we will listen to some audio directly into the computer from the dynamic element, and you can have a listen to that. So I'm quickly just going to jump in here and give you an example of what the raw audio from this dynamic element mic sounds like, and also the IC element for the ICOM radios. It'll sound very, very similar. They've got a very similar frequency response. Now bear in mind, this is raw audio that's going into the computer directly. It's quite wide bandwidth. When we're using SSB on the radios, it's a much narrower bandwidth, around 3 kHz, and we have to set up our radios accordingly to make the most of that narrow bandwidth. I've put a card, I believe it's here or here, I can never remember which side it goes up on, but that will take you to the Ultimate Audio setup guide that I did. But as you can tell, this is bright, punchy sounding audio, perfect for working radio. There is a third option. If you're a serious contester, a DXer, and you regularly participate in contests and events and things like that, and you really want to bust those pile-ups, you can buy an optional DX element for the headset. Remember, all these elements are interchangeable. It's just a case of taking the foam cover off, taking it off, putting it back on, and you know, you can swap those out. The DX element has a very narrow frequency response. I think it's 500 Hz to 7 kHz. It's much narrower frequency response, much punchier, harsh sounding audio. Brilliant for breaking pile-ups, not so great if you're going to be using them for you know, a rag chew on 40 meters sort of thing. Now you'll notice that there is a foam cover on the microphone element. The foam cover is acoustically transparent. In other words, it doesn't muffle the sound in any way. All of the audio gets through, but helps to eliminate the pops and the breath sounds. And I tend to wear my headset on the head, slightly below my mouth, but pointing up a little bit. So any time I make popping sounds or harsh breath sounds, they go over the top of it rather than directly into it. That's my preference, and that's what works for me. Now you can see that I'm currently wearing the headset with the boom mic on the right hand side. Optionally, I can take it off, rotate the boom all the way around, and wear it on the left hand side as well. It's entirely optional, whatever's comfortable for you. There is a knob on the side of the headset which is marked as left side balance control. Now if you have hearing loss, hearing impairment, and it's worse in one ear than the other, we can use this to balance the audio so that it works. Basically, with the knob turned fully clockwise, that means that the left and right sides of the headphones are balanced. The audio is the same in both. Now what you want to do is, if you do have hearing impairment, is to take the side that's not got the knob on and put that over your bad ear, the ear that suffers worst. Then set the volume on your radio that's going to the headset so it's comfortable for your bad ear. And that sounds mad, but that's what we're going to do. And then what you do is, obviously the side that's now on your good ear is probably going to be far too loud, so we then turn the volume down on this until it's equal on both sides. I know people are saying, but why do you only have it on one side? Why not have it as a fader one way or the other? Well, all you simply do there is, if, for instance, my bad ear is on the right hand side, I would wear it this way, and if the bad ear was on my left hand side, I would simply turn it round and wear it that way. I hope that makes sense. Now, speaking of hearing loss and hearing impairment, I am a hearing aid wearer. I'm not wearing them at the moment, but I do have hearing aids that have a receiver that goes behind the ear and then a tube, and that then goes into my ear. I don't know whether this is intentional or not, but I'm assuming for audio reasons, the distance between the actual speaker inside the headphone and the pad is about 1.5 inches, which means I can wear my hearing aids very comfortably underneath these headsets without it causing any feedback or pressing the actual receiver of the hearing aid into my head. So if you do wear hearing aids, rest assured with this headset you can actually wear them with the headset and it won't cause you any problems. Whilst Heil don't advertise these as noise cancelling headphones, the amount of external noise that these block out is quite staggering. So much so that I would say that if you're going to be sat up in your shack like I am now, wearing these on the radio, do let family members know. If they want to get in touch with you, send you a text so you see it light up on your phone or something. Don't come into the room and sneak up behind you, because honestly, you won't hear them coming in. Ask me how I know. You also have a little connection point here, a 3.5mm stereo jack socket, which is marked monitor. You're probably wondering what that's for. Well, if you are using your headset and somebody else is either logging for you or just wants to listen to what you're doing, you can simply plug another set of headphones directly into these and they'll be able to hear exactly what you're hearing. Great little feature. Finally, one of my favourite features on the Pro7 headset, and it's on the side here. It's marked phase and in and out. So what does it actually do? Pop these down for a second. I'll try and explain it as best I can. When you're listening on the radio and your headphones are in phase, it means that the speaker cones inside the left and right are going in and out at the same time. They're going in and out at the same time, in phase with each other. That, if you closed your eyes, would actually give you a sense of the sound being somewhere probably in front of you. If you take them out of phase, what happens is, as one speaker cone goes out, the other goes in. And what happens is the sound's doing this out of phase rather than this in phase. What that means to us is when we're listening, it changes where we perceive the sound to be coming from. If a sound appears to be coming from behind us, it brings it to the front. If it's in front of us, it seems to take it to the back. It's very difficult to explain and something that you'd have to experience for yourself. But what it means is that very quiet signals that sometimes seem to be just back here somewhere, if you switch the phase over, brings them to the front. Very good if you're trying to listen to a weak station somewhere. And also, if you're on the radio for a decent amount of time, sometimes you can get audio fatigue, you can get ear fatigue. Switching the phase freshens the sound up a little bit, and it helps you if you're on the using your radio for a long time, doing a contest or something like that. It just freshens the sound up a little bit, and you can switch it backwards and forwards as much as you like, but it's a very clever feature. So yeah, Heil Pro7 headset. Honestly, yeah, I know it's not plugged in. Before you say anything, I'm just putting it on, just feeling the comfort of it. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I can understand why ham radio operators everywhere know about these. They either own them or they want them, and I'm so happy that I've got a pair now. I found them comfortable. I can wear them with hearing aids, I can wear them with glasses. The audio quality is great. Obviously we'll do some examples of people listening to me and me having a few QSOs as we usually do at the end of these videos. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. There is a link in the description that will take you directly to the Heil Ham Radio website, and if you use that link, it does help me out a little bit, and I think I get a few pence for every sale. Yeah, if you want one and you want one for before Christmas, I think there's a sale on at the moment over at Heil Ham Radio. I would highly recommend them. There are other options of headsets from Heil. The Pro7, it's the elite though. It really is the flagship of the Heil headset range, and I would heartily recommend you head off and get one now. If there's any questions, please put them in the comments in the video right at the bottom. If you want to tell me about your experiences with the Heil Pro7 headsets, please let me know in the comments as well. You can support the channel by becoming a channel member. Please also remember, if you have enjoyed the video, to click that like button and think about subscribing as well. Then you'll be notified every time there's a new video comes out from this channel. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully catch you in the next video. Bye. All the way through that last over, so sounding great this afternoon. Back to you.
Roger. Yes, thank you for the 5.9 plus 5. That's very good. We aren't a million miles away, I suppose, but it's always nice to get a good report. You are 5.9 plus at least 10 dB there, Matt. And yeah, excellent audio, nice and punchy. So coming through very well and doing a grand job.
Mike 7 Oscar November Oscar. QSL.
Oh, Mike 7 Oscar November Oscar. Martin, good afternoon to you. Really good signal, actually. 5.8 this afternoon, over.
Yeah, same with you. Well, actually, you're 5.9 and 5 over, but things are getting quite noisy now, Matt, to be fair. And good signal, good audio. Back to you.
Oh, brilliant, Martin. Thanks very much. Mike 8 Kilo Hotel Charlie QRZ.
Mike 9 Victor Delta X-ray.
Mike 9 Victor Delta X-ray. Rob, good afternoon to you. Good strong 5.9 plus 10 signal there, over.
Thanks, Matt, for the flowers. Yeah, it's you're about the same, 5.9. It's on the frequency a little while, and your audio's fantastic, yeah. Running Yaesu 5000 mic Papa, Heil 781 microphone, genuine 100 watts into it's actually an aluminium trap dipole. It's similar to the old Comet.
Mike 7 India Hotel Kilo. Martin, good afternoon. You're a good 5.8, but I'll give you a proper signal report on you next, over.
Yeah, thanks for coming back to the call there, Matt. Yeah, you're a 5.9, peaking 5.9 plus 5 with a bit of QSB, but yeah, very good signal. Fantastic audio, by the way, sounding really good. As you know, I'm located